First FM, John, well, absolute heartbreak at the end there after a battling performance that got the town level. What are your thoughts on that 90 minutes?
First half, I didn't think our black people coped. I didn't think they coped at all, which was disappointing because they'd played together at Mansfield, and I don't think we coped really well defensively, if I'm honest. Second half, they coped fantastic, absolutely fantastic, but made a mistake at the end, one punt down the middle. With greatest respect, that's not good enough. And it's easy, as I said, like I said at Mansfield, I don't want to do these players a disservice because they battled hard at Mansfield and they battled hard today. But at the end of the day, it's about, being the best. And for some of the boys that have come in, it's been their opportunity to say, well, look, I'm going to stay in the team. And that's how I felt, that's what I wanted them to do. Look, I'm going to stay in the team. And over the few games with the lads that we've had out for quite some time now, it's been a great opportunity for people to come in and nail the place. And I know it's hard to do it, it's not so difficult to do it if it's a one-off, if one person comes in or one person comes in. It's harder when a few come in, but that's their opportunity. I don't think that we've defended well. With greatest respect, we don't concede goals. We don't, or we haven't since I've been here. And we shouldn't concede 3 goals. It's as simple as that. Not only shouldn't we concede 3 goals, we should never concede a goal like we conceded the last goal. And I felt for Elliot, because Elliot did come in and do well.
Talking of Elliot, Justin, first of all, Mark Tyler out injured today, a knee injury. From what we understand, hopefully he'll be back next week.
Yeah, but Elliot's done very well today, and that's part and parcel of growing in football. Elliot's come in and done very well and done his chances of staying in no harm at all. But Mark should be okay next week, yeah.
Just talking through the goals, obviously 2 in the first half for AFC Wimbledon. The first, Elliot's made a good save from Akinfenwa, but the follow-up is their player that's able to put it in. And then the second, Elliot's punched it clear, and again a free player on the edge of the area. An unstoppable shot, but no, shouldn't have had the chance.
Absolutely, and as I said, people have responsibilities in the team. There is a person should be edge of the box. We do it every week, non-stop every week. And so they're the disappointing things because, that's the responsibility you give to players. But, and you know what, one of the things about when you have the run that we've had of injuries and obviously suspensions, which that's our own fault, may I add, one of the things that it does is it allows other people to get the opportunity, and I love that. I'm a big advocate of the opportunities for people, but people have to take the opportunity. Elliot Lee come on, took his opportunity.
You mentioned Elliot Lee, we'll come to that in a moment, but in the first half it was important to get a goal back as quickly as possible to halve the deficit, and Jayden Stockley on the end of a Luke Guttridge shot that was ricocheted.
No, absolutely. We come in at half-time, that gives us a little bit of incentive. And I think, we had the lion's share of the second half. We certainly had the ascendancy for long periods. And, but we have to, as I said, we have to play with more discipline. It's, disappointing because they've worked so hard to get back. But nothing we can do about that now. Got to go and get back to work on Monday.
And Elliot Lee came on, he scored within, I think, one of the first few touches, but within 4 minutes. A lovely, cool finish and a great pass from Luke.
Yeah, it's good to have Luke Guttridge back. That's a plus. Luke Guttridge coming back is a plus. He'll get fitter and fitter. We know Elliot Lee can finish, so that's a plus. But the pluses were, attack-wise. The pluses in the team today weren't defensive, to be honest. They weren't.
Before that equaliser, there was a very controversial moment. Jayden Stockley's gone down inside the area. For all of us here, it looked to be a stonewall penalty, and we were shocked that he's been yellow carded for simulation. What can you say about the incident?
It was a penalty. It was a penalty, no doubt. And I always say, when I'm a bit too far, I couldn't really see. Like they asked me about Guts the other day about Mansfield. I'm not really sure, but I just talking to the analysts of both teams, my head nailed on 100%. But I can do nothing about that. I can only control the controllables. So I don't referee the game. He's got to make that decision. But if I can say that, the referee secretary Dave Allison has 5 penalties sent by me to them to ask were they penalties, and 5 times he's come back and said yes, and this was even more a penalty than all that 5. So, but I can't do anything about that. We can do something about the goal they scored, the last goal, because that's in our control. That's out of our control. We can't do anything about that.
I mean, after a good second half performance, absolutely heartbreaking to end it that way when you thought you're looking as though you're going on to win the game, potentially.
Yeah, maybe, but we didn't. So, I'm not going to dwell on that now. I've got to look at what we can do now to rectify the situation that's allowed us to concede, more goals than I feel we should do. Even with we've had changes all season. We've had front players missing all season. Now we've got defenders missing, and people have to step up to the plate. I keep saying that. I can't. I'm not pointing fingers at any individuals, but I have to look at the people that have come in to replace some of the players that would perhaps be playing, and say to them, you've waited for your opportunity, this is your opportunity. At the end of the day, I can do no more than that.
Now, obviously, we're aware of some of the changes that have been made today with Mark out injured and one or two players coming back, but Mark Cullen dropped, not in the squad today. There's a lot of rumours going around.
Yeah, not dropped, and I don't know about rumours, but there were some inquiries, and there have been some inquiries for Mark. I had a chat with Mark yesterday. I don't think he's in the right frame of mind to play today, if I'm being honest. So we decided not to include him today. I understand how football works, but my thoughts are, if I speak to a player that perhaps feels that he should move somewhere else, it's not going to happen for me. So we'll resume the talk on Monday, and as I say, if Mark thinks that he should be elsewhere, it's up to the club to decide on the other side of it, but not going to be for me. There's
a lot of talk that Peterborough United are potentially saying that he's on his way there. Is there anything you can add to that?
Not at the moment, no. Just say we'll talk to Mark on Monday and we'll go from there.
But Mark is, you've said they're in effect looking to move away potentially.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, John.
Cheers.
It's a bit disappointing.